The air in the training facility hangs thick with the smell of sweat, steel, and effort. Rain streaks down the grimy windows, blurring the world outside. Inside, the only sounds are grunts, the slap of skin on mat, and the rhythmic thud of fists against heavy bags. A circle forms around to recruits sparring. He's big, arrogant, a smirk playing on his lips. She's new, smaller, but her eyes burn with a quiet intensity. He's toying with her, landing lazy, mocking jabs. The other recruits watch, some with amusement, others with a flicker of sympathy. Then, a quick, brutal sweep. She hits the mat, hard. The air is knocked from her lungs, a collective gasp, then dead silence. The bully stands over her, chest puffed out, basking in the perceived victory. The room is frozen, a tableau of shock and unspoken tension. From the shadows at the edge of the room, a figure rises. He's older, lean, with lines etched around his eyes that speak of long nights and hard-won battles. He moves with a slow, deliberate grace that commands attention without demanding it. His breathing is steady, controlled, a stark contrast to the ragged breaths of the sparring recruits. This is Chief Miller, a Navy SEAL, a ghost whispered about in barracks, but rarely seen. He doesn't rush. He walks into the center of the room, his presence a silent weight that settles over everyone. He helps the young woman to her feet, a quiet nod of acknowledgement passing between them. He then turns to face the bully, his gaze as calm and deep as the ocean before a storm. The bully, still riding the high of his cheap shot, scoffs. "What, old man, you want some too?" He throws a wide, telegraphed punch. Miller doesn't flinch. In a movement too fast to properly track, he sidesteps, parries the blow, and his hand darts out like a viper. It's not a punch, it's a precise, targeted strike to a nerve cluster in the bully's shoulder. The big man's arm goes limp, his eyes widen in disbelief, the smirk wiped clean from his face. He tries to swing with his other arm, a desperate, clumsy haymaker. Miller flows around it, his movements economical, fluid. A quick strike to the side of the knee buckles the man's leg, another calculated tap to the back of his neck. And the bully collapses, not unconscious, but completely neutralized, his body refusing to obey his commands. The entire exchange lasts less than 3 seconds. Silence returns, but this time it's different. It's not the silence of shock, it's the silence of awe. Miller stands over the down recruit, his posture relaxed, his breathing unchanged. He looks around the room, his eyes meeting each recruit's. There's no anger in his expression, no pride. Just a quiet lesson delivered with devastating efficiency. He didn't just win a fight, he redefined what it meant to be strong. It wasn't about size or brute force, it was about control, precision, and a level of skill that seemed almost supernatural. The recruits stare, first at the neutralized bully, then at Miller. The pieces click into place, the hush rumors, the legendary status. They aren't just looking at an instructor, they are looking at a living weapon, a master of his craft. Miller turns back to the young woman he first helped up. He gives her a small, almost imperceptible nod. "Get back to it," he says, his voice a low gravelly tone that cuts through the stillness. His words are for her, but the message is for everyone. The lesson is over. The room slowly comes back to life, but the atmosphere has fundamentally changed. The arrogant posturing is gone, replaced by a focused, humbled intensity. The recruits move with a newfound purpose, their eyes now open to the vast gap between their own abilities and true mastery. The young woman steps back onto the mat, her stance firmer, her eyes no longer just intense, but filled with a new understanding, a new respect. As Miller melts back into the shadows from which he came, his legend is no longer a whisper. It's a reality they have all just witnessed firsthand. Strength isn't loud. It's quiet, it's patient, and when it moves, it's already over.